What's up, YouTube? How's everybody doing this morning? Man, leave down in the comment section below what your guys' temperatures are like right now. So about a week and a half ago, it was 90 degrees, 100% humidity. Now, the past few days, what we're just going to use today as the example. So I get up this morning. Last night was a low of 39, and I get up this morning, I go outside, and I'm in, gym shorts and a t-shirt, and I'm like, oh, let me get my gear out, get my gear ready, get it treated, so on and so forth. And it is brisk. It's brisk. It feels amazing out right now. As you can see, I got a sweater on, but it is brisk. It's crazy how it can go from 85, 90 degrees, super hot, when you're standing still, you're sweating, to being brisk and crispy weather like this. One of the pluses of it, though, is that the harder you ride in the woods, you don't sweat as bad. If you don't sweat at all, you may not sweat at all. I tend to sweat really bad when it's really hot and humid out. So that's a plus. Also, your bike runs cooler in the woods. That's another plus. So it is looking nice and dry today. So I bent my clutch lever just a little bit. My brand new clutch levers. But anyways, though, so I bent the clutch lever a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Just a little. And it's funny because I'm thinking about it. I don't know if you guys watch Enduro Keks. I watch a lot of Enduro Keks. And you see the way that they're throwing their bikes all around, throwing them up massive hills, and they're just crashing down. And I wonder, like, how much stuff are they bending and breaking? Because it seems like every time I put this bike down, I'm breaking something. I'm like, how much stuff do they break all the time? Because it seems like every time I drop this bike, which I don't drop it very often anymore. Like, I've only dropped it maybe twice in the past. Oh man, probably twice in the past 30 rides we've done. And one of those, I just let the bike go because I had to bail on it, because if I wouldn't have bailed, I would have went over the damn handlebars. It was just something I was doing, which turned out to be not so great, but it was all good, no big deal. But how often do you guys also, man, like, bend your levers? Now, granted, I did remove my bark busters, and I've been too busy and I've been too lazy to order and install another set. But other than that, yeah, man, they beat the hell out of their bikes, and it seems like they just pick them right back up and they're good to go. There's nothing wrong with them. I dropped my bike and it's like, boom, this is broken, this is cracked. I had some really nice Storm bark busters, man. I don't know if you guys know what the Storm bark busters are. They're pretty expensive, really expensive actually. And I bent the living hell out of those things, and I bent them back a couple times, but they just became so mangled up that bending them back anymore just wasn't an option, because they were just too twisted and everything. And I had those on when I first got the bike, so it wasn't really, I expected to destroy them, but not that quickly. I think it just has to do a lot with the weight of the bike. Weight doesn't bother me, but when you are dropping a 200-pound bike on bark busters opposed to a 300-pound bike on bark busters, yeah, it's going to do a little bit more damage. So not sure which way he's cutting through here, but we've got no rear brake today, guys. All front brake only. Which isn't a big deal, but let's hit this. The same thing T just did. It's nice. It's no big deal at all. How does this look to you guys? Look at this ground. Check this out. It's dust. It's dry. Finally! This traction is bomb right now today, guys. Yeah. That means you got good traction, man. Probably couldn't tell from here, but I got the front end up. That was no clutch up this first gear. traction bomb. Still working. Oh shit! Slid right down that hill. Nothing but traction. Yeah, it ain't nothing. Look at this little shelf here. It's a pretty crazy shelf there, I'll tell you that. You're literally dealing with like 4 inches of room to get on. Not even. Probably more like 2 to 3. No, less than that. Because it's not even the width of a tire. Your tire falls down in it. I couldn't see what that was. Man, I went the wrong way. Nah, maybe right here. Yeah. Never taken you guys on this side. It's a cool little spot. Going that way. Well, let's do it. Try to get to the side, because stuff like that's what rips the microphone out of my GoPro. I try to go slightly slow through that stuff because of that. Nice little, kind of a single track spot here. Somewhat. The GoPro camera doesn't do any of this stuff any justice, guys. The hill climbs, the terrain, the grade, all that. The GoPro doesn't do it any justice. None whatsoever. So when you guys are watching these and I say something steep and it doesn't look it on the GoPro, because the GoPros are just horrible with that. Jump that rock. I want to have my goggles on for the dust today. It's dusty, man. hate it when my gloves come unstrapped. It's funny because I see a lot of people ride with them unstrapped. I can't do it, man. It's like, I don't know why, I just can't do it. Huh? I got you. All right. You ready? 3. Hold on. You got it? Yep. Oh, that son of a bitch is definitely heavier than my bike. Like, I mean, that was 2 of us, but nah, don't lie. You just shit your pants.